week on Genesis Does, we're taking a look at Radical Rex. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up and leave your comments below. This one is kind of weird because it's what Nintendo does, but I'm going to cover it anyway because it came with my Mega EverDrive Pro as part of the download ROMs pack. And it intrigues me because it's allegedly a remake of a Game Boy game I've never played called Baby T-Rex. The game was published by Activision, now a part of Microsoft, but before they were part of Microsoft, it was developed by Beam Software for Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Sega CD, and there was even a Microsoft Windows port of the Super Nintendo version published by Piko Interactive. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling that the fact this was included on the download ROM pack with my Mega EverDrive Pro is thanks to Piko Interactive, because a lot of those download packs seem to feature games that Piko Interactive sells, either physically or digitally. So I suspect that some sort of licensing arrangement was made to bundle those games with the Mega EverDrive Pro so that people would have games to play when they bought it if they didn't already have ROMs to put on it, and that just makes sense to me. But of course, if you ordered it directly from the manufacturer instead of through a resupplier like Stone Age Gamer, maybe you didn't get that download pack, so I shouldn't assume everybody got it. I'm just saying I did. Anyway, back to Radical Rex. It stars, guess who? Radical Rex. He's a skateboarding, fire-breathing T-Rex who must save his girlfriend Rexanne from an evil magician named Sethron. Rexanne, you don't have to turn on the red light. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Rex can breathe fire, but it only temporarily immobilizes enemies, which really sucks. I mean, why would you want to be a fire-breathing Tyrannosaurus Rex and then not even be able to kill anything with your fire? That seems like a significant oversight, if you ask me, but I'm not the designer, so who cares? In some versions of this game, you're not fighting Sethron, you're fighting a weasel named Scritch. But I believe he's the same no matter what version of the game you're playing. He acts the same, he's just a weasel for some reason. Maybe that was a localization choice, like the evil magician was too scary. And reviews, if I recall correctly, were rather middling. 5 out of 10 on Super Nintendo and 5.25 on Sega CD. Let's look this up and see. Oh yeah, these scores are pretty bad, which doesn't really surprise me because the game feels very sloppy when you're playing it. You slip and slide all over the place when you're trying to control Rex. They want him to move as fast as Sonic, but then they don't give you the same finesse when you move him around the screen that Sonic would have, so it doesn't stink, but it's just not great, which I guess would explain 5 out of 10. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but certainly isn't the best. Out of curiosity, I wonder what physical copies of this game go for. Let's take a look at ye old price charting to see if this would be a game worth paying for, considering it's a somewhat middling game with a frustrating fire-breathing ability that you can't even do anything with. Whoa, holy crap. Okay, PAL Mega Drive version goes for $40 loose and $90 complete. A PAL Super Nintendo version, $31 loose, $116 complete. Then you've got Sega CD, $200 loose, $480 complete. And no, I'm looking over at my Sega CD collection right now, and I do not have Radical Rex, and I probably never will at those prices. Maybe I'll just add it to the Mega EverDrive Pro and play the Sega CD version that way. Let's see. Sega Genesis version is the most reasonable, if you want to call it that. $14 loose, $44 complete. Super Nintendo is $20 loose and almost $100 complete. So ain't none of these cheap. And I can't recommend those kind of prices for what I honestly agree with the reviewers about. It feels like it's a 5 out of 10 game. If the platforming were a little tighter, if you could actually kill enemies with your fire, if the platforming wasn't so hard to read, and I don't think it's just because I'm using a little screen on the Sega Nomad here. Like, you're supposed to find these trampolines to bounce yourself up, but they look like plants, and they don't look that much different from the other plants, so determining what you have to bounce off of to get to another level is hard, especially when there's an enemy standing right in front of it like there is right here. It's poor design. And poor design and unintuitive gameplay and abilities that don't do what you would think they would do when you do them does not result in a game that you should spend anywhere from $20 to $500 on. Good Lord, that Sega CD price still baffles me. It makes me wonder if Piko Interactive would print a Sega CD version of it. You know what, let's go to Piko's website and see if they sell any versions of this in any form, because they would certainly be cheaper than the original print runs. Piko, buy retro video games. Yeah, I know, that's what you guys are for, that's what you do. So, let's look at your catalog. Okay, platforms. Amiga, N64, Jaguar, Super Nintendo. Let's see what they've got in the Sega Genesis category. Okay, Brave Battle Saga, Wisdom Tree, Custodian, Noah's Ark, Jim Power. Not seeing Radical Rex. I wonder if it would be in the Super Nintendo category, if they have that version of it at least. Let's see. Apocalypse 2, Humans, Iron Commando, Cornbuster, Tinhead. Nope, they are not selling physical versions of Radical Rex, but at those kind of prices, if Piko Interactive owns the rights to it, they definitely should, because a reprint would be far cheaper. But far cheaper than that would be getting the download pack with the Mega EverDrive Pro. Well, at least they included a rare, hard-to-find, expensive game as one of those downloads, so good on them for licensing it for the collection. Other than that, I don't recommend this game. Maybe I'll enjoy it more if I play it some more now that I've liberated my Sega Nomad from the wall thanks to my custom Laser Bear battery pack. At least it gives me more excuses to play the Nomad and play games off of the Mega EverDrive Pro. But I don't know if this is one that I want to frequently revisit. It shouldn't surprise anybody that there's no sequel to this game, and I don't think there ever will be. I don't see any reason to bring this back. I don't know why they even bothered to port it to so many different platforms in the first place. I mean, was Radical Rex really that valuable of an intellectual property or a franchise to keep coming back to it again and again? Apparently it was. Or you just got to make that money once you've made the game and milk it for all it's worth. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. This has been Genesis Does. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in another video. Bye for now.
Genesis.